From all of us here at Keen Investigation, we hope you're having a great day. In the earliest days of the telephone technology, prior to the development of the rotary dial telephone, all telephone calls were operator assisted. To place a call, the caller would be required to pick up the telephone receiver, sometimes turn a magneto crank, and wait for the telephone operator to answer. The caller would then ask to be connected to the number they wish to call, and the operator would make the required connection manually by means of a switchboard. In an emergency, the caller might simply say, "Get me the police," "I want to report a fire," or "I need an ambulance." Until dial service came into use, one could not place calls without proper operator assistance. The first known experiment with a national emergency telephone number occurred in the United Kingdom in 1937, using the number 999. The push for the development of a nationwide American emergency telephone number came in 1957 when the National Association of Fire Chiefs recommended that a single number be used for reporting fires. The first city in North America to use a central emergency number was the Canadian city of Winnipeg, Manitoba in 1959, which instituted the change at the urging of Stephen Juba, mayor of Winnipeg at the time. Winnipeg initially used 999 as the emergency number, but switched numbers when 911 was proposed by the United States. In 1967, the President's Commission on Law Enforcement and Administration of Justice recommended the creation of a single number that could be used nationwide for reporting emergencies. The Federal Communications Commission then met with AT&T in November of 1967 in order to choose the number. In 1968, the number was agreed upon. AT&T chose the number 911, which was simple, easy to remember, dialed easily, and worked well with the phone systems in place at the time. Just 35 days after AT&T's announcement, on February 16, 1968, the first ever 911 call was placed. The phone used to answer the first 911 call, a bright red model, is now in the museum in Hadleyville, Alabama, while a duplicate phone is still in use at the police station. In 1968, 911 became the national emergency number for the United States. Calling the single number provided a caller access to police, fire, and ambulance services, though what would become known as Common Public Safety Answering Point, PSP. The number itself, however, did not become widely known until the 1970s, and many areas did not have 911 service until well into the 80s. For example, although the city of Chicago, Illinois had access to 911 service as early as 1976, the Illinois Commerce Commission did not authorize telephone service provider Illinois Bell to offer 911 to the Chicago suburbs until 1981. Implementation was not immediate even by then. By 1984, only 8 Chicago suburbs in Cook County had 911 service. As late as 1989, at least 28 Chicago suburbs still lacked 911 service. Some of those towns had previously elected to decline 911 service due to costs and, according to emergency response personnel, failure to recognize the benefits of the 911 system. Over the years, this has evolved into the Enhanced 911 or E911 system, which provides both caller location and identification. This pioneering system was in place in Chicago by the mid-1970s, providing both police and fire departments access to the source location of emergency calls placed. Enhanced 911 is currently deployed in most metropolitan areas in the United States, Canada, Mexico, and as well as all of the Cayman Islands. If you don't have 911 in your area, let us know where that is in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to dial that like button, and if you're new here, click that subscribe button and share the video with friends. We upload this series every Thursday evening, and we post a new Unsolved Mystery video every Sunday. Keen Investigation is now on Patreon. If you would like to help us improve the quality of our videos and the channel, anything would really help and is greatly appreciated. We look forward to seeing you all in the comments, and as always, have a great day.